Those same people are saying we cannot do the very same and go on a slogan. One word. Say it yourself. That all these people who talk about shiny things, railways from here to Malaba, how many markets we are constructing, those are not the people who are looking at. What sort of government did we want? Your first time is very important to demonstrate to people that you can actually be elected to anything. You need to maintain some nexus between yourself and your profession, because you never know. The way some of the young people are talking in 2027, all of us might find ourselves back home. We in Parliament have also been accused that we are rent seekers, that we go to ask people for money. I want the president to tell this country, who are these people who go and ask his cabinet secretaries for aspiration by all Kenyans for a government based on the essential values of human rights, equality, freedom, democracy, social justice, and rule of law. So all of these people who are claiming they want form government in 2027, if you do not fit that mold of those 6 essential values, please, we are not what we are looking for. First of all, Justice Raila, I think, has painted a true picture of this country, who we are. I have had some political leaders claim that, we are in Africa, and that in Africa it is very difficult to remove a sitting president who is looking for his second term. He forgets there are people like Raila Odinga who made history by annulling a presidential election. Kenya is not like the rest of Africa. We are not the rest of Africa where these things happen. You understand? So, don't tell us about Uganda. Sure. Are we Uganda, man? Are you saying that? With all due respect to my friends from Uganda, we are not Uganda. So, Justice Raila and your team, for that courage to demonstrate that Kenya can be different. Kenya can be different. We don't have to be like the other African countries. We want to remind these people that on the day that Kenyans speak, all this bravado you see, Senior Counsel Opiyo Wandayi, the good thing with me, I have the benefit of being in the exact same position that the people who are in power now are in. We were the ones making all those statements of bravado, deep state, and putting up brave faces saying, tutakuja tufanyie ngosho moja, wacha azunguke, sisi tukiingia mambo itakuwa tofauti. They are in the exact same position. We have been there saying, this is deep state. What the experience of 2022 taught me is that you, as the voters, are more powerful than these people actually imagine. We must be brave. We must be bold. Saving a nation, this is like an existential fight for this very soul of this country. Saving a nation is not an easy task. We must be bold. The very people who ascended to power on the back of a slogan, were running around just saying Hustler. Nobody even understood what Hustler means.
Welcome back to the channel where we break down Kenya's hottest political stories. Today, we dive into fiery exchange rocking the political scene. Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna has gone on offensive against President William Ruto and his allies. At the same time, a surprising twist has emerged, with Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi claiming Raila Odinga has directed Nyanza to support Ruto until 2032. So, what's really happening here? Is this a sign of cracks inside Azimio? Is it all part of Kenya's unpredictable chessboard ahead of 2027? Let's unpack this. On Friday, August 15th, at Law Society of Kenya's annual conference in Diani, Kwale County, Sifuna came out swinging. He warned Ruto and his allies against what he called misplaced confidence in the power of incumbency ahead of 2027 general election. According to Sifuna, the ruling camp believes Kenya is like other African nations where removing a sitting president is nearly impossible. But Sifuna reminded them of Kenya's unique democratic history. He invoked the 2017 Supreme Court ruling by Justice Isaac Lenaora, and others, which annulled Uhuru Kenyatta's election, a historic moment that proved even a president can be checked by institutions and the will of the people. In his words, Kenya is not like the rest of Africa, where Kenyans decide, all that bravado disappears. That message wasn't just aimed at Ruto's camp. It was also a reflection on Azimio's own painful lesson in 2022. Despite backing from the then President Uhuru Kenyatta, a massive political machinery, Raila Odinga lost to Ruto. Sifuna admitted that Azimio too was overconfident and underestimated the people of the ballot. His warning was clear. Ruto allies are making the same mistake Azimio made, and they could pay dearly in 2027. But Sifuna didn't stop there. He also raised red flags about nearly reconstituted IEBC. He claimed the commission is already bending rules, pointing to issues: upcoming by-election scheduled for November 27, which he says exceeded the constitutional 90-day limit, and a controversial nomination where Harland Kipchumba was slotted in to replace John Mbadi, allegedly violating nomination rules. According to Sifuna, these irregularities could be early signs of attempts to tilt the playing field ahead of 2027. He warned Kenyans to remain vigilant and defend their democratic voices. Here is where the story takes an unexpected turn. Just days earlier, Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi dropped a political bombshell in Migori. He declared that Raila Odinga himself instructed Nyanza region to support President Ruto until 2032. Wandayi praised Ruto's leadership, saying his role in government has given him first-hand exposure to what he calls Ruto's transformational leadership. He insisted the cooperation between Raila and Ruto is not just about 2027 but long-term partnership that extend for another 7 years. This sharp contrast to Sifuna's combative stance, and its fueling speculation about possible division within Azimio, or even calculated strategy by Raila to position himself differently on the national stage. So, what does all this mean for President William Ruto? On one hand, Sifuna's attacks reminds Kenyans that incumbency alone does not guarantee re-election. Kenyans voters have repeatedly shown their independence, and the memory of 2022 is still fresh. On the other hand, Wandayi's statement signals that Ruto might be enjoying broader support than many expected, especially if Raila indeed leaning towards the collaboration. But Sifuna warns, overconfidence can be deadly in Kenyan politics. The voters will ultimately decide, and history shows they don't always follow the script. So, here is the big question. Is Sifuna right that Ruto allies are underestimating the power of the voter? Or does Wandayi liberation show that Ruto has already secured a powerful political alliance with Raila that could guarantee his stay in the State House until 2032? Kenyan's politics never fails to surprise. As we march towards 2027, one thing is clear: drama is just beginning. What do you think? Drop your thought in the comments. Is Sifuna exposing the truth, or is Wandayi revealing Raila's master plan? What do you think? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into Kenyan's political stories. Until next time, stay informed.